offerings. It's a place where we as a church family can give to what is going on here in our community and around the world. If you're a guest, please feel no obligation to give. Like I said, this is a place where when you're part of the family, you give to what's going on. And you can text Canyon Ridge, the number on the screen, give into buckets. If you're online, you can click the give button there. It's an easy way for us to give back to the ministries we're doing here, because we believe that we're joining Jesus and bringing life both here in Las Vegas and all around the world. So offering takers, if you guys would come on down. And while they're doing that, you're going to get to hear about one of the things that we're doing. We are sponsoring and building a church in Bolivia, and we believe that we are going to change an entire community by doing this. So if you would, take a look at the screen and find out what we're doing down there.
Hey, Canyon Ridge, pretty exciting to be down here with Pastor Kevin on the site where we are sponsoring this church, where we will begin to sponsor hundreds of kids here. We always want our church to be on mission. And one way that you can be on mission is by coming alongside and sponsoring one of these children, which will help facilitate this church being built, which will help facilitate ministry in this community. And some people just can't get out of Las Vegas, but this is one way you can get out of Las Vegas, to go around the world and be on mission. And we're just stoked about having this opportunity to come alongside Compassion and be on mission here in Bolivia.
The first thing that's being done in this neighborhood is building a church building, so that these kids have a place to come, so they can be fed, so they can be taught, so they can be tutored, so they can be examined medically, so they can be healthy. All the things that we know back in the States that make it possible for our kids to be healthy and vibrant and live that whole, deep, and abundant life is going to be centered in the local church, which is going to help people connect to God's grace. So I'm thrilled to be here, to see the place where that's going to happen, to see the faces of the kids that's going to happen too, and to know that we get to help change their eternity. That's pretty awesome. For a year, Canyon Ridge has been saving up in our missions budget to be able to send a sizable check to Stadia, a church building place that will create the building here for Compassion to be able to do their program here. It was a $90,000 check that we saved up in our missions budget at Canyon Ridge. And this is the $90,000 building. It'll be simple, it'll be functional in this place. So I'm picking up a couple of rocks. It just happened to be dug out of the hole that's going to hold the pillars up of this building. Take it home, put it on my desk, so that every day I can remember to pray for the pastors here, for the people here, for the work, for the children, and for what God's going to do. It's kind of exciting to see reality from what we envisioned even a year ago. Thanks for all your support.
And it doesn't end there. This is just getting started. We have this weekend and over the next month, we are going to be having what we call Casa Bolivia right outside here. And we're going to have some animals that you can pet and stuff like that. But more importantly, we are going to have hundreds of these packets right like this. And you're going to get to go out there and you're going to get to meet little kids like Joel. And you're going to get to find out more about them, because we believe that as a church, we are trying to come alongside and we are really trying to free these kids from poverty. You guys each have a chance. As a guy, I lived in Haiti for a year. I have a passion for seeing kids pulled out of the poverty that is just so prevalent in these countries. And we as a church, each one of us can have a chance. This is a great thing to do with your family or for you to do individually. I encourage you, stop by after service. Go out there, look through the cards, read the stories of these kids. Because we as a church, we don't just want to make a difference here in Las Vegas. We want to do that. We want to make an eternal impact all around the world. And you each have a chance to do that by stopping by after the service is over. If you're online, they're going to post the link so that you can do the same thing. Because we are all about bringing life to everyone, everywhere, every day, even all the way around the world. So I want to encourage you to do that. Next thing I want to do is I want to remind you that we want everyone here to take next steps. And the best place to do that, if you're one of the new people who came at Easter last week, or you're just new here at Canyon Ridge and you're trying to figure out what's next, we have a class called next. Very simple. But we want you to go next weekend at 5:30 in the chapel on Saturday, or at 12:30 in the chapel on Sunday. It's a place where it's an hour long. It's led by Pastor Kevin. We're going to talk about next steps, whether that's baptism, getting connected into some community or a group, or if it's serving somewhere in the church. We want each one of you to be taking a step to what's next and what God has planned for you. So I want to encourage you, be part of that next weekend. As you know, this weekend we are talking about just being crazy busy. You know, and I was backstage talking with Pastor Kevin. He's going to talk to us about that. And not just being crazy busy, because we're all crazy busy. But how can we live our life in a way that we start moving away from being crazy busy and focusing on the things that God wants us to? So I hope you guys are ready for that. One little thing, you guys only get to hear this. I just want to tell you this. That is, today is Pastor Kevin's birthday. So when he comes up, what I would like for you to do is you just randomly start yelling out happy birthday to him. It'll be a good thing. We want to celebrate his birthday today. But before we do that, we want you to take a look at this video and see if this reminds you of yourself.